Hello there and welcome. It's wonderful to connect with you today, sharing insights relevant to this experienced stage of life. Staying vibrant and independent in our senior years is paramount, but there's something critical, often overlooked, that might be quietly impacting your strength without you even realizing it. We're talking about getting enough protein consistently throughout your day. Maybe your appetite has changed, or simpler meals just seem easier now. It might feel harmless, yet here's the crucial truth. After 65, regularly falling short on protein can lead to outcomes we definitely want to prevent. Our bodies actually depend on protein more now. It's absolutely essential for maintaining the muscle strength needed for activity, keeping bones resilient, and supporting a strong immune system so we can bounce back quicker. Neglecting this can gradually make you feel weaker, slow down recovery from illness or injury, and significantly raise the risk of falls linked to muscle loss, a condition called sarcopenia. This can contribute to that sense of frailty that chips away at independence. It's a common myth that our nutritional needs lessen with age. For protein, the need can actually increase. Today, we'll explore 5 key reasons why sufficient protein is so vital now, and share simple, practical ways to ensure you're fueling your strength effectively with every meal. Understanding this connection is powerful for protecting your health and vitality. If you find this discussion helpful, please consider giving the video a like or subscribing to the channel. It helps us create more content for you. Alright, let's touch on something many of us do. We get those little aches, maybe a stiff joint or a twinge in the back, and we think, well, that's just getting older, isn't it? We brush it off, but here's the thing, especially now, in this chapter of our lives. While yes, our bodies change, constantly ignoring those persistent signals isn't just stoic, it can be risky. Think of those aches not as inevitable burdens, but as quiet messages from your body. Listening now is crucial. These could be early warnings, little flags telling us something needs attention. Because if we dismiss them, we might miss the chance to fix something small before it really takes hold. Ignoring that nagging knee pain could mean giving up those lovely walks in the park eventually. That persistent backache might stop you from tending your garden or even playing comfortably with your grandchildren. It can snowball, leading to more serious problems, less freedom to move around as you please, and maybe relying on pills just to get through the day instead of finding the real reason for the discomfort. That certainly doesn't help our peace of mind, does it? Sometimes, let's be honest, we avoid looking into these things because we're a bit scared of what we might find out. Or maybe we just don't want to feel like we're complaining or bothering anyone, especially our doctors. So, here's a simple, practical thought. If you have a pain, any kind of discomfort, that sticks around for more than a week or two, don't just push through it. Try keeping a little note. When does it hurt? What does it feel like? Is it sharp, dull, constant? Then, next time you see your doctor, just mention it. It doesn't have to be a big drama. Often, there are straightforward solutions waiting. Perhaps some gentle physical therapy, specific exercises you can do at home, or even small changes to how you sit or lift things. Please remember, you absolutely deserve to feel as comfortable and mobile as possible. Paying kind attention to your body, listening to what it's telling you, isn't complaining. It's a fundamental act of taking good care of yourself. It's about respecting the life you have and wanting to live it fully. And speaking of listening to our bodies, this connects closely to how we prepare our minds for rest each night, which also profoundly impacts our well-being. Alright, let's talk about something many of us do, perhaps without a second thought. I mean scrolling through our phones or watching just one more show on the tablet right before turning out the lights. It feels like a harmless way to wind down, doesn't it? But here's the thing, especially now, in our 60s and beyond. Getting good, deep sleep isn't just nice to have, it's absolutely vital. Think of it like putting premium fuel in your car. Quality sleep is the premium fuel for our brains and bodies. It affects our memory, keeps our mood steady, and it's the time when our body does its essential repair work overnight. It's truly precious. The trouble is, the light glowing from those screens, that blue light, actively tells our brain to stay awake. It messes with our body's natural sleep signal, melatonin. So, even if you feel tired, your brain isn't getting the "go to sleep" message properly. This can make it harder to drift off, lead to waking up during the night, and leave you feeling foggy, irritable, or just plain drained the next day. And it's not just about feeling tired. Over time, consistently poor sleep can cloud our thinking, weaken our defenses against getting sick, and even make us less steady on our feet, increasing the risk of a fall. Sometimes we reach for those screens out of habit, maybe to fill a quiet moment or push away feelings of loneliness. It's completely understandable, but isn't it ironic that the very thing we might use to feel better can end up stealing the restorative rest we desperately need to actually feel good? So, what can we do? It's simpler than you might think. Try creating what some call a digital sunset. Make a conscious choice to put away the phone, the tablet, the laptop, at least an hour before you plan to sleep. Use that time for something truly calming. Maybe rediscover the simple pleasure of reading a real book. Listen to some gentle music or an audiobook, do a few light stretches, or sip a warm cup of chamomile tea. Remember, you are in charge of how your day ends. You have the power to create a peaceful evening routine, one that signals to your body and mind that it's time for deep, healing rest. Taking this small step can make a world of difference in how you feel each and every day. You deserve that peace and that refreshing sleep. Alright, let's touch on something important, something that can creep up on us almost without noticing. I'm talking about the gentle slide towards spending more and more quiet days alone, choosing solitude over the effort it sometimes takes to connect with others. It often starts innocently enough. Maybe we just feel a bit tired, or perhaps we simply crave some peace after a busy life. But slowly, this can become a habit, leading us towards social isolation. Now, why does keeping those social connections matter so much, especially at this stage of our lives? Well, think of it like tending a garden. Our social ties need regular tending to flourish, and when they do, they nourish us right back. Staying connected is absolutely vital for our mental and emotional health after 60. It's a powerful way to keep loneliness at bay. It helps keep our minds active and engaged, almost like a gentle workout for the brain. And perhaps most importantly, it provides that invaluable safety net, that support system we all need when life throws us a curveball. Feeling like we belong, like we're part of a community, truly matters to our core. If we let these connections wither, if we consistently choose isolation, it isn't harmless. It can quietly open the door to deeper feelings of loneliness, which we know is linked to things like depression and anxiety. Some studies even suggest it might quicken cognitive decline, and facing health challenges or losses feels so much heavier without friends, family, or neighbors to lean on, doesn't it? Life changes like retiring, losing people dear to us, or even just finding it a bit harder to get around, can understandably make socializing feel like more of an effort. We might pull back bit by bit, not really seeing the cumulative effect until we feel quite adrift. So, what can we do? It's not about suddenly becoming a social butterfly if that's not who you are. It's about small, consistent efforts. Try making one intentional connection each day or week. That could be as simple as picking up the phone to call an old friend just for a chat, exchanging a few words with the person next door, or maybe looking into a local club that shares one of your interests. Even finding an online group can bring connection. Perhaps just say, yes, next time an invitation comes your way, even if your first instinct is to decline. Truly, even these brief, positive interactions ripple outwards. Please remember, you absolutely deserve the joy, the laughter, and the support that comes from being connected to others. Actively nurturing your social ties isn't just a nice thing to do. It's a powerful investment in your own health, happiness, and overall well-being for all the years ahead. Now, let's gently turn our attention to something that can creep into our lives almost unnoticed, like a quiet tide coming in. I'm talking about unintentionally drifting into isolation. It doesn't usually happen overnight. Maybe routines change after retirement, maybe friends move, or perhaps we just get a little less intentional about reaching out. It can happen to any of us, but staying connected, truly connected, is so incredibly important at this stage of life. It's not just about having someone to talk to, it's fundamental fuel for our minds and spirits. Meaningful interactions keep our brains sharper, boost our mood, and give us that wonderful sense of belonging and purpose. Think of connection as vitamins for your soul. They help keep everything resilient and bright. Our peace of mind often flourishes when we feel seen and heard. If we don't actively nurture these connections, the quiet drift can unfortunately lead to genuine loneliness. And loneliness isn't just a fleeting sadness. It can cast a real shadow over our health, increasing stress, sometimes making those little aches feel bigger and even dampening our immune system. It can make vibrant days feel muted and long, we might find ourselves withdrawing even more, creating a cycle that's hard to break. Sometimes this happens because life simply changes course, but other times it might stem from a feeling that we don't want to impose on others, or maybe a little dip in our own confidence about joining new things. It's easy to feel like the world is moving quickly, and finding our place in social circles takes more effort than it used to. But here is the hopeful truth. You hold the power to steer your ship away from those lonely shores. It starts with small, gentle actions. Could you pick up the phone this week and call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, just for a natter? Perhaps look into a local group that sparks your interest, a walking club, a choir, a craft circle, maybe even a volunteering role. Sharing your time and skills is incredibly rewarding. Even a friendly chat with a neighbor over the garden fence makes a difference. Don't hesitate to be the one to suggest a simple coffee or walk. Please remember this. Reaching out, seeking connection, is a powerful act of self-care. It shows you value your own well-being. You have a lifetime of experiences, stories, and warmth to share with the world. Nurturing your social ties is like tending a beloved garden. It requires a little consistent care, but the blossoms bring so much joy and vitality to your life. You absolutely deserve that richness and companionship. So, remember, the heart of what we talked about today is that life, at any age, is full of possibility and new beginnings. It's about finding those sparks of joy and connection right where we are. It truly is never too late to try something new, to learn, or to simply see things in a different light. You have so much wisdom and experience, and that gives you incredible strength. Don't ever underestimate the power you hold within you to shape the days ahead and make your life meaningful and fulfilling. I'd love to hear what resonated most with you from our chat today. What thoughts or feelings came up for you as you watched? Maybe share one small step you feel inspired to take this week down in the comments. Your experiences are so valuable, and sharing them helps us all feel less alone. Let's create a supportive space together down below. If you found this conversation helpful or uplifting, perhaps give this video a little thumbs up. Sharing it with a friend might brighten their day too. And consider subscribing so we can continue these conversations. We'd love to have you as part of our growing community. Thank you, truly, for spending this time with me. It means so much that you stayed all the way to the end. Your presence here makes this community special. Remember to be gentle with yourself. Life is a journey, not a race, and every chapter has its own beauty. Take good care and know that you matter deeply. Let's keep supporting each other. Until next time. Hello there. For those of us navigating the rich tapestry of life beyond 65, we've accumulated a lifetime of experiences, haven't we? We've seen so much, done so much. Yet, there's a profound truth about our own worth, something surprisingly easy to overlook, that can significantly impact our daily peace if we're not careful. It's a realization that becomes absolutely critical as we enter these later stages of life. Think about it. For decades, many of us found our identity and value in our careers, our busy family lives, or the many hats we wore. But as these roles naturally evolve or diminish, what happens to our sense of self if we haven't grasped this deeper truth? We might find ourselves feeling adrift, like something essential is missing, or even chasing a past that no longer defines us. This isn't just a fleeting thought. Ignoring this can lead to a persistent feeling of not being enough, or even push us towards an exhausting need to stay busy just to feel valuable. Society has often equated our worth with productivity. But what if that's a script we need to gently unlearn, especially now? Today, we're going to delve into the very first profound truth we must embrace. That your inherent worth, your true value, is not, and never has been, tied to what you produced or the titles you held. We'll explore why truly internalizing this one understanding is so vital for your peace of mind, your independence, and your ability to find genuine joy in this present chapter. By the end of our conversation, you'll gain a powerful perspective on how to redefine your value on your own terms, fostering a deeper sense of contentment. This isn't just about feeling good, it's about reclaiming a fundamental part of who you are. If this topic strikes a chord with you, and you're ready to explore these important insights, please do consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We're here to support you on this journey. Alright, let's talk about something truly vital, a truth that can honestly change how you feel every single day. It's this. Learning to say no isn't just acceptable as we get older, my friends, it's absolutely essential. We need to say no to those things that just suck the life out of us or steal our peace of mind. You see, as we journey through these years, our energy isn't the bottomless well it might have once seemed. Think of it like a precious reserve, one we need to guard carefully. Protecting it is key to staying healthy, to having to get up and go for our hobbies, our loved ones, and the things that genuinely light us up. It's about having stamina for what truly enriches our lives, not just being spread thin by everyone else's needs or what they expect from us. Now, what happens if we don't guard that energy, if we keep saying yes to everything? Perhaps it's out of old habits or a touch of guilt, or simply because we've always tried to please others. Well, the result is often feeling completely swamped, maybe a little resentful, and definitely physically tired. It's like a slow leak that drains the joy from our days, can even affect our health, and leaves precious little space for our own happiness and what makes us feel fulfilled. You know, many of us were brought up to be the yes person, to always put others first. And that's a generous spirit, but at this stage of our lives, looking after ourselves, which includes saying no, isn't being selfish. Not at all. It's about being a good guardian of the valuable time and energy we've been given. It's an act of profound self-respect. So, how do we do this practically? It's about practicing saying no with grace, but also with firmness. You don't always owe a lengthy explanation. A simple, "Thank you so much for thinking of me, but I'm not able to take that on right now," often works beautifully. Or, "That sounds interesting, but my plate is quite full at the moment." Start to really think about what and who lifts your spirits and make those your priority. Learn to politely decline the rest. It might feel a little strange at first, but it gets easier. And here's the wonderful part. You truly have the power within you to set these healthy boundaries. You can reclaim your time, your energy, and fill your days with what truly nourishes your soul and brings you peace. It's your time. All right, let's talk about our third essential truth today, and it's a beautiful one. It's this. Real, lasting fulfillment, that deep sense of peace we all crave, doesn't come from piling up more things or chasing after external achievements. No, it blossoms from right here, from within us. Now, why is this so vital, especially at this chapter of our lives? Well, many of us have spent decades working, achieving, perhaps acquiring what we thought we needed. But continuing to seek happiness in external validation or more possessions can feel hollow now. Especially when quiet contentment is the real prize. Time, energy, and peace of mind are truly precious now. If we keep looking outside ourselves for happiness, perhaps by constantly needing new gadgets, seeking praise, or comparing our lives to others, we can find ourselves on a never-ending treadmill of desire, always feeling like something is missing. It's exhausting, steals our joy, and leaves us feeling unfulfilled. We live in a consumer-driven world that often tells us happiness is out there, just one more purchase away. But true, sustainable joy, the kind that warms your soul, is often found in simple presence, gratitude, meaningful connections, and inner calm. These are treasures money can't buy, truly enriching our later years. So, how do we nurture this inner garden? It's about consciously cultivating practices that feed your soul. This could be mindfulness, even for a few minutes daily. Spending time in nature, journaling about gratitude, engaging in a hobby that absorbs you, or deepening your spiritual connections, whatever that means for you. The key is to focus on experiences over possessions. Create memories, not just collect things. Remember, you have this incredible power within you, the power to cultivate a rich, vibrant inner landscape, a wellspring of peace and fulfillment that no one can take away. It's your personal sanctuary, always there, waiting for you to tend it. It's about finding our deepest joy where it truly resides, inside. Next, let's talk about our fourth truth for genuine peace after 65. It's this. Actively embracing change and accepting imperfection is absolutely fundamental to our serenity. Life after 65 brings many shifts in our health, routines, and loved ones. Resisting these, or chasing an impossible perfection, creates stress and unhappiness, robbing us of the calm we seek now. Acceptance, on the other hand, truly brings profound peace. It's like letting out a breath you didn't know you were holding. If we fight change, we can feel constantly frustrated, anxious, or even bitter. Demanding perfection from ourselves or life sets us up for disappointment and self-criticism. This makes it so hard to enjoy the good that is present, and it drains our precious time and energy. Our minds often crave control and predictability, but life, as we know, is dynamic and often wonderfully messy. True wisdom, the kind we've earned, lies in learning to flow with it, not against it. There's a special kind of comfort in finding the beauty in good enough. So, what can we do? We can practice letting go of how things should be and accept them as they are, especially what we can't change. Cultivate flexibility in your thinking and daily plans. When faced with imperfection, try to find the lesson or even a bit of humor in it. Sometimes, a gentle laugh is the best response. Remember, you have incredible strength and wisdom to navigate life's changes with grace. You hold the power to find deep peace, not by chasing flawlessness, but by embracing the beauty of your wonderfully imperfect journey. Now, let's talk about something truly vital, something I believe is a cornerstone of happiness as we journey through these wonderful years. I'm talking about consciously protecting our precious peace and our energy. You see, at this stage, our time is like gold. We want to spend it wisely on experiences and people that genuinely enrich us. And our energy, well, it's a valuable resource, isn't it? It's the fuel that allows us to savor each day, to stay independent, and to pursue those passions we might have put on hold. Guarding it means we have more to give to what truly matters: our health, our loved ones, and our own deep contentment. If we let our energy be constantly drained, if we don't shield our inner peace, what happens? We can find ourselves feeling spread too thin, like a candle burning at both ends. Joy can dim, and even our physical well-being can suffer. We might miss out on the very beauty this chapter of life offers, simply because we're too exhausted. For many of us, we spend a lifetime putting others first. It's a noble trait, but sometimes we forget that our own well-being isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Realizing that prioritizing your peace isn't selfish, but rather an act of profound self-respect, is a powerful shift. It's about understanding that you can't pour from an empty cup. So, what can we do? It often begins with mastering the gentle, yet firm, no. Saying no to engagements that feel more like obligations than joys, or no to taking on emotional burdens that aren't ours. It's also about actively saying yes to things that replenish you. Perhaps it's quiet time in nature, enjoying a good book, or connecting with supportive friends. Create those little sanctuaries of peace in your day. My dear friends, remember this: you have earned the right to a life filled with serenity. Protecting your peace and energy is not just an option, it's your birthright, especially now. It's a key to unlocking a deeper, more fulfilling experience of these golden years. Embrace this. Make those choices that honor your well-being, and you'll find your days becoming brighter and your heart lighter. You deserve all the joy and peace this life has to offer on your own terms. So, as we wrap up today, I hope what truly stays with you is the simple idea that life, at every age, is a beautiful journey of discovery. It's about finding joy in the everyday and knowing your worth. Remember, it's never, ever too late to learn something new, to try a different path, or to simply embrace a fresh perspective on things. You hold so much wisdom and strength within you, more than you might even realize. Each day really is a gift, an opportunity to grow, to connect, and to make choices that bring you peace and fulfillment. Your experiences have shaped you into the incredible person you are today, and that journey continues. Now, I'm really curious to hear from you. What part of our conversation today really struck a chord? Was there a particular thought or idea that stood out for you, or perhaps sparked a memory? Please, do share your reflections in the comments below. Your insights and stories enrich our community so much, and we can all learn from one another. And if you found this chat helpful or uplifting, a little thumbs up would be wonderful. If you know someone who might enjoy our conversation, please feel free to share it. And of course, subscribing means you won't miss out on our future get-togethers. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks for being here, for listening, and for spending this time with me. It truly means the world. Remember, you are a vital part of this community, and your presence is cherished. Take good care of yourself, because you absolutely deserve peace, joy, and all the good things life has to offer. Let's keep supporting each other on this wonderful journey.